Let's jump in here. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Lean and Mean Academy. And tonight's video, I think you're really going to enjoy it. I got none other than the king of soft washing in Baldwin County, the owner of softwashers.com, Mr. Pierce Parker. What's up, P? Glad to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. So, for those who do not know, let's talk about the story of you, how you found pressure washing. I know you went in the Coast Guard. You were doing lawn care before Coast Guard. And you and I talk about this stuff all the time, but, I think the channel needs to know how you transitioned fully into soft washing, pressure washing, and you had your biggest month ever, I think, last month. Is that right?
Record month.
Record month, dude. Well, for the guys, what was the big number?
The gross number, which everybody wants.
Everybody likes the gross number. Nobody likes that net.
Gross about 100,000. Netted net 1,000.
Yeah, we netted one.
So kept that. Yeah.
You should have kept that government job. Yeah. Oh man. So what'd y'all net, like 40 something?
Gross 42.
Gross 42. Good, man. That's a great month. And you'll have like one or two trucks. Is that right?
Trucks, two guys.
2 trucks, 2 guys. So sometimes 2 guys are on 1 truck.
Sometimes, depending on the job.
Right. Very nice.
2
so
guys.
Are you pretty much doing just the running around and pricing stuff? And
Yep. Doing estimates, making sure, following up with customers, doing all the sales, doing all the back end of the business stuff. Not much. I don't do any washing. Only on difficult stuff. And, I try to do the least amount of washing as possible. In fact, my guys are better at washing than I am now. So they're faster than me, all the above. They run circles around me.
that's good.
Yes.
That's a feat.
But they do it every day.
That's right. So we expect that. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So why'd you get into soft washing, dude? You were doing lawn care before Coast Guard. After Coast Guard, you had the same lawn care business. And apparently they're tracking down Carol Baskin out there. What got you into pressure washing? Why'd you stop doing lawn care?
Lawn care was just you doing it every day of the week. They're expecting you every week. As far as service industries go, you're probably the bottom of the barrel. Pressure washing is just way better. You can make more money by yourself if you only have you, but if you have employees, you just do a lot better.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of guys, they love that recurring money, that lawn care seems to offer. I think it can. I think, if you really have it down and you've got your business systemized and you've got a lot of grass to cut, then it can provide that. But if you're doing it lean and mean style, I think you can make some money like you were doing good, but I think washing has
way better perks than washing.
Right.
If you have a good clientele that likes you specifically or your business, you could take the whole month off and be like, hey, I'm going to do your house next month. And they'd be like, great, we're looking forward to it. Not in landscape. Their shit will be 3 foot tall.
Right. They're like, we need you here last week.
Right.
So you have to have, obviously people working for you mowing those lawns all the time. So yeah, I mean, so how did the the captain at the Coast Guard base, what you grossing over here, dude, and obviously even what you're netting, How's the captain take that?
It's not necessarily the captain. Captain's a great guy. He's awesome. It's really more the lower, the people that are my rank, the people that are maybe two ranks above me. They really don't really like it, because I make more money than them.
Yeah, and you're kind of irreverent to the process a little bit.
Right. I drive something that's 20 years older than what they drive, and I make a lot more money than they do.
Here's that old dude, that old truck. He's got millions of dollars.
You're gonna learn today.
You learned today.
You won't.
Hey. So, I think when we first got started, you got started like right after or during, because I remember you telling me I was cleaning windows. Damn, God, I ain't got to need to hit that pipe one more time. You were telling me when I was doing windows, you were like, you should do pressure washing.
I do remember that. That was vague, but I remember that.
Tried pressure washing, and that was when I was dragging around that rental from Home Depot, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, I was trying. None of the downstreamers worked.
And I was like, "What are you doing? You should
I
get."
returned back to Home Depot 4 times because none of the downstream injectors worked. And I was like, I'm not paying you until a downstream injector. And I didn't know what it was called. I was just like the little injector tube or whatever. It didn't work. I remember during that time, I was like, you were telling it's a downstream injector. And I was like, the hell's upstream? Why is it downstream? Well, it's downstream from the pump.
Don't piss in your hand.
Yeah. I'm like, what is downstreaming mean? Why is it called that?
Yep.
It's just, so it was confusing.
Yep.
But we got it up and running. You kept cranking. And now you're doing amazing down there. You're kind of taking over the area.
Yeah, I would like to say that, but to stay humble, I'll say no. We're not taking over the area.
Hey, there's still jobs we ain't getting.
They took our jobs.
I took our jobs. I'm gonna take their job.
We're doing really good. I mean, for year 3 or year 4 in business, I don't know which one it is. I think it's year 3. Can't remember. We're doing really good. I mean, we're competing with companies who've been in business 15, 20 years.
20
or long.
years.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. What the hell they been doing?
Well, I see some people like, yeah, been in business since 1978. Well, damn. I mean,
you don't look like it.
I can definitely see your age, but your business hasn't progressed.
It hasn't. I think you and I kind of took a similar approach. You have a little more employees than I do, and I understand the model, but it's still lean and mean because you got like 1 to 2 trucks, and lean and mean is usually like the one truck big profits thing. But you've got 2 trucks, 2 guys, and they're running on a system, and you're making great money. Honestly, more money than a lot of guys. We didn't go to college. You didn't go to college. I didn't go to college. Our brother Will didn't go to college. We don't need none of that. Get that out of here. We're going to make it happen. You know what I mean? We're going to figure out. What does P say? What does P say? We're going to beat the bushes.
Beat the bushes.
He's got to go home. Go beat the bushes a little bit, man. Rustle up some business.
All right, make some phone calls. Go make some visits. Go join a group.
That's it.
Don't join one group. Join 20 groups.
There you go.
Go meet people. Go be a normal person.
And so, did you before? Because I'm trying to figure out the layout, the timeline on when you got Chris and the team to build your site. Was that after I told you about them? And I forget how long I had my site. It probably wasn't very long.
It wasn't. It was like maybe 6 months.
6 months. And did you have a site, or were you just like
made my own site, and it sucked. I thought it was good, but it sucked.
Dude, I forget what that site looked like. I kind of try to have a little remembering
I
of
mean,
it. But
for how much time that you put into doing stuff on that site, it is not worth. I mean, what are you paying yourself, $1 an hour? I
man, man,
mean, seriously.
what do you value your time at? That was what was a big thing for me. And when I did that after I had that Wix site and I did get Chris and the team to build the site, like my income shot up. Like, you know, within 1 to 2 months after it was built, it was we were lucky because it was in like April when that time was happening. So, I wasn't doing very much business, and then it changed. And so, how has the experience been working with them for you?
Oh, it's been amazing. I mean, if you need any changes, I just send it over. I mean, hey, I want this done. They get it done. You got a problem with your site, they fix it. You call them, they answer the phone immediately.
Right? Like they answer the phone and they respond.
Yeah, they're real people. It's not somebody from Bangladesh or wherever, you know.
Dude, there were people who thought that.
Right.
Whenever
Not saying Bangladeshians are bad people.
they
It's just
good people. I love Bangladesh. They're
there's
great
a
people.
communication barrier there.
Great. I love Bangladesh. I love it. I love Bang.
I know.
They're excellent people. Um,
I love Bangladesh because China owns Bangladesh.
and so you've been running with Chris for how long now? 2 years?
2 to 3 years, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't long until after you did your site that I got on board with them, and I mean, you can't go back now. It's too good.
It's too good, baby.
Too good. There's no other option. And I tell everybody in the service industry business, I'm like, if you don't have Footbridge or somebody like them, then you're screwing up.
Like, I don't even know how they make money.
Yeah, I mean, normal people charge you $2 to $5 grand to build the site. Then it's like, well, maintenance is on you. Good luck. Call me if you need.
Here's a portal.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, oh, well, I don't know what the hell I'm doing back here in WordPress. So,
Yeah. And you're done. You're done for. And most, I mean, that's every experience I've had with other people who've had sites. They, it's your best bang for the buck is what we're doing.
I'm very lucky, man. I'm very grateful that I found them.
No kidding.
Because it was almost like a godsend because I was just with Wix, man. And what would I have been doing?
I mean, I got friends, businesses down here like, yeah, we just updated the site yesterday.
It's like, okay. Not sure what that means.
I just pay my fee and they do it.
They do it.
I can watch Tiger King with my wife.
While they do that stuff.
Yeah, while they do that shit.
Yep. Man, I think that's a big misconception, like in service industry. A lot of guys are trying to do things they don't know what the hell they're doing, And it's because they feel like they got to, and the truth is it has to happen, but it doesn't have to happen with your lack of expertise.
That's right.
You're a wash guy. That's what you do. You know how to wash. Like, stick with that. But I also know, and I've talked to some guys here at Power Wash Store, some of the guys one guy, man, Kenny, he owns Brighton Right. He has a badass NPR rig, man, like a beautiful, like all, like 6 electric Titan hose reels, man, like just 2 8s on the back, 500-gallon tank on an NPR. It's beautiful.
That dude got DOT numbers.
Hey, he got some DOT on the back, bro. And he was just telling me, man, like he's been taken before. Like people have, basically told him they were going to do some shit and took his money. And I feel like there's guys out there like that too. They.
Oh yeah. Who do you trust?
Right. So you're like, oh, well, this people and these people and this site company and this site company.
Yeah. You don't know all that verbiage. I mean,
they'll tell you, like, spit a bunch of technical shit at you. And you're like, well, sounds complicated. Must be good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not as good as, I'm there's no other way. I don't have anything else to say about that, man. It's just,
I might start an HVAC company, become number one,
You should.
and just sell the leads back to them.
Absolutely. Why not?
You know what I mean?
If not, it'd be a great experiment. That'd be hilarious.
I'm
Who
looking
is
for,
this guy?
yeah,
Star Wars guy.
Nash Clean HVAC. What the hell? This don't even make sense.
You really could, and they'd hate you for it, but they'd
But
pay.
hey, I just sell them the lead. Listen, man, I got a school that needs 27 AC units installed.
Yes, sir.
The lead's $3,000.
Yeah.
Just wire me the money.
Throw on
Uh,
this going over there.
say what?
Throw on this Nash Clean shirt and go on.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's been really cool, dude. I've loved to, because I've been doing some of the SEO on your back end, and I've watched you go from, I don't know, like 5th place, 6th place, and you rank well in the maps, but organic, you weren't ranking as good, and now we are killing the #1 slot in pressure wash Daphne. That slot was held for a long time by another company down there, and who's actually with Chris as well.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy, man? Chris is killing the game. What is happening, dude? He owned Daphne, and now we've dethroned him.
He's what we call a fixed variable. If two people have the same website as Chris, you have a fixed variable. So what's the unfixed variable? Well, it's your SEO you've done for me.
Right.
That's the difference. So I mean, if you can't beat them, you buy them. Well, he bought them.
Right.
You
Absolutely. So, and that's, it's been cool to see you come up through the ranks and, sit at the top, because you have a lot of different kinds of business. You have your organic, you have referrals, you have all different kinds of stuff that comes in. You have signs, like you you like have people put their signs in their yard.
I've got 3.
You got 3 billboards right now.
I've got one on 13. I've got one on 181. I've got one on 98 and Foley.
And so before, the guys watching this are like, that's what I'm going to do. It's like, you know what I mean? I'm going to get billboards. It's like, I feel like a lot of guys, they don't understand that that's more of a branding thing.
First thing you want to do.
Yeah, it's not the first thing. It's just like, it's down the line, but guys are like, hell yeah, I'm going to do this really difficult thing that's not going to turn immediate revenue. Like for me early on, it was like, I'm going to get my, the truck wrap thing, right? A lot of guys think when they wrap their truck, people are going to start seeing them immediately in traffic, and they're going to get 50 calls from their truck. And I'm like, that's not going to happen with that truck. Like, I understand it's a great investment for a wrap at whatever $2,000 or whatever it costs, because it lives for a long time. I mean, they just don't deteriorate that fast. And the amount, the cost per impression is like negative cents. It's like such a fraction of the cost that you're going to pay with other marketing. But when it comes to really owning real estate in the market, I had a guy on Lean and Mean recently. It was very interesting. He's in LA, and he's showing me that I rank for roof cleaning near me in Los Angeles, which is mind blowing, because, if I got the leads, I'll send them to him. But it's just really cool to have something that actually works.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it any other way. It's like, oh shit. Well, most things you buy, it's like anything on that truck, like outside right now, I know's probably gonna break. It's gonna break. It's not if,
it's when.
It's when is it gonna go. But when it came to, this, it's really cool to see you ranking #1 and where you are. I'm ranking #1 where I am. And damn, son, it's like a family affair.
Damn right.
Killing it. So, dude, tell me, what's the plan for soft washers going forward, are you going to try to add another truck?
I don't think so. I'm currently getting the truck bed, the air rig I have on the back of that Chevy truck, and
Oh,
the trailer, the backup rig. You know,
what you going to do with that?
oh, I'm fixing it. I'm getting it fixed right now, and that's the backup rig. I'm not really doing anything with it. That's rig number 3, and it's just there in case we need it.
The one that whistles. Is the what is it? The diaphragm pump getting fixed?
I had fixed it, but they're gonna fix it over there. I'm
You
gonna let them
crank
fix it.
it. When you crank it, you better be ready because it's going to be spewing SH out the side. It's going to be whistling.
Yeah, I just sold that diesel truck tonight. The one that was hooked up to it. It had a little rust in the
You
bed.
sold it?
Yeah, I sold it tonight. Lost some
No.
money on it.
Whatever. It can go leak on someone else's driveway.
Exactly, man. It's just
Dude, yeah. So that's
yeah.
say what?
But yeah, three rigs. I'm not trying. I'm only want 2 guys and 2 trucks. That's all I ever want.
Lean and mean.
Unless you just get some big, easy contracts. The key word there being easy.
Yeah.
And, we'll have more. I
That
think
is true. A lot of guys don't,
easy and profitable. How about that?
easy and profitable. Low
Mainly.
hanging fruit, baby.
It's
That's what I'm talking about.
gotta be easy. It's gotta be very profitable.
We ain't trying to work too hard to get this business now. That's the thing, man. When you start hitting those top positions, you start getting calls. Well, some of my favorite calls are emergency calls, because I get to charge a lot for them, because,
Absolutely.
they have to have it done,
Yeah.
or stuff at like a certain time. You know what I mean? Like has to be done at night, and during these hours. And it's like, well, then you're going to pay.
I
Yeah.
would love to show
I
up.
would love to show up and clean in those hours plus
And
30%.
yeah, but he's gonna have to enjoy ruining his weekend.
Yeah.
So
Like, a lot of guys, they don't have the ability. So there's a barrier, right? There's a barrier to entry when it comes to that. And
oh, yeah.
it's reserved for a guy who has the rig and who can make it happen with the right know-how, right? Because you're not going to go
Right.
clean up a grease spill somewhere, if you don't have hot water and if you don't have a solid degreaser and understand, like the guy with the 4-gallon who's pulling it around, he can't do it. He just can't, whereas he could do that little 1,000-square-foot house wash
Right.
somewhere, right? So not only do these bigger like emergency jobs
Yep.
or last minute jobs come with a big ups charge because of the timing, but it's
Yep.
also because of the equipment involved. A
Yep.
buddy of mine here, if he has to reclaim anything on the day, it's plus $1,000 on the,
Absolutely. Why not?
and I'm like, that's brilliant because that reclaim machine is $5,000.
Yeah, I'm right.
And so the
It
job
breaks.
itself was 400. They
Right.
won't reclaim. It's plus 1,000. And I
Mhm.
was like, and he gets it like all the time, all the time, all the time. And I'm like, that's the way it needs to be if you're having to do some of these things that no one else can do. So stop, I'm not telling you this, but for guys who are listening and you understand this, it's like stop undercharging for the equipment that you have and start knowing what your time is worth and how valuable it is to just have access to you at a certain period of time that they have to have it done. The fact that you're willing to do it is why it's worth what it's worth.
Yeah. Back for you to entertain them is doing them a favor.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think a lot of guys, they get stuck in the and you have to be of service to people and you have to be integral. But I believe that it's not necessarily, this is a slight tick, like a slight adjustment. A lot of people think they have to be integral to the person. And I'm saying, okay, like remove the person because people are variables, right? Like you and I know this, like one person's awesome to work for. The other person's nuts. All right.
Right.
So don't be integral to the people. Be integral to excellence on the job.
Yep.
Like if I just be integral all the time to being excellent at what I do, the rest will sort itself out.
Yep.
As long as you cross your T's, dot your I's, and make everything clear and set the expectation, the rest of it is going to sort itself out. Because if I have to be integral, and what I mean by that, a lot of times that comes with placating, right? Because they feel like they're honoring the customer, and whereas the customer's just working their ass, okay? And they're getting you to do shit and making you run around. Well, just be integral to the job, tell them no, and be excellent, right?
Right.
Do the job how it needs to be done. So that's a slight adjustment, but a lot of guys are like, have integrity to the person. It's like, yeah. Just be excellent at what you do. The rest of it will sort itself out.
Job description. That's right.
But I'm proud of you, dude. You've come a long way. We've come a long way in this business. Lean and Mean has come a long way. I think that guys are really loving that model. I think you love that model. And, you know, I got a buddy here, Sean. You know Sean Gross. He's lean and mean as hell. This dude is killing it in the commercial arena. Built an unbelievable wash rig. Like, I'm going to have him probably on the channel coming up just with his wash rig. Got 800 gallons, 2 10-gallon a minutes, 2 furnace. Like, just, you have to have a fire hydrant to fill the tank. It's just like, it's built to clean parking garages fast.
And that's what you want.
It's amazing. But it's not what I want to do. But it is lean and mean, and it is his niche.
Yeah.
You see, he has the rig that is built for what he wants to do. What'd you say?
High profit, low expense.
Yep. Efficient.
Who doesn't want that?
That's what it's all about, baby.
Low liability. Add another one on for you.
You dang right, dude. I've been getting 30% deposits from people through the CRM.
Really?
All day. Like, it's been like, just, they pay me up front.
Nice. I need
some. You know, because this little COVID shit wanted to play games. Okay? COVID came out and was like, I'm going to create scarcity.
Then they want to cancel.
Mm-hmm. So I said, no, everything going out is getting a 30% deposit. And I know guys out there, some guys do deposits, but I tested it and it's just, everybody's just immediately paying me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just enter it in on the CRM.
Now they're invested in you.
Can't run.
Already.
You can't run. Do you want to, hey, listen, John, do you really want to lose the $500? I mean, listen.
Let's be honest.
Go get your shine box. Am I funny to you? Funny how? Like a clown? Funny how?
No, I mean, just like, you know.
You know, you're a funny guy. You're a funny guy, Dad. No, you know, explain how I'm funny to you. So do you plan on doing any, like, universities down there? I mean, you got a lot of shit to clean, dude.
I think I would like to. I just had a request to bid. One of the hospitals down there has 18 buildings.
Damn.
But I don't think that I want to do it.
Tell me why.
Because they contacted me a month ago and they gave you a month to get over there and look at all the buildings and you put in your bid and then, you know, hell, I got to spend walking around 18 buildings first, you know, and then put in the bid. And then even if we get it, I don't know if we have the spots on the schedule. I mean, I got regular customers, you know, I can't just tell them to kick rocks, you know, so.
18 buildings, what are they made out of?
I'm not sure. I didn't even go look. I hadn't had time. But
are they 2-3 stories?
Some of them are. One of them's like 13 stories.
Yeah. Okay.
So even if you know what I mean, if they're wanting to go with one company, I may not be able to do it with what I've got. You know, you may need swing stage. You may need JLG lifts that go up to 135, 150 foot. You know, just more than I mean, I have to charge an arm and a leg. And they're probably not going to go with me because they have to take the lowest bidder, I think.
That's over probably $100,000 job.
Easily. But they also know that the lowest bidder usually is the one that's not going to get it done. So they're in a tight spot. Their policy.
Tight spot. This is
Yeah.
beautiful. They
So,
have restricted themselves by wanting to build tall architecture.
yeah. I'm just, I'm not really interested in diving. If they want me, then I'll come do it. But I'm not excited to do it. It's going to be very expensive,
Right. Well, I say you bid it, dude.
Huh?
Shit, bid it at $150K.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Just be like, look,
Yeah.
What? It's like one heart transplant, bro. Come on.
Come on, dude.
Like, I know y'all got it.
I mean, y'all don't, it's all inside. I know y'all want one.
I know. Look, no, I'm not trading you any masks, any face masks for this cleaner. So has COVID hurt like your business as far as people? Like, are they still bidding? Are you still able to sell high ticket with COVID? Or they're skittish?
Yes, but this calls have slowed down. People are skittish. It has affected us. I wouldn't say it hurt us, but it has affected us.
Right.
But no, it hadn't hurt us on high ticket or anything. I mean, they know we're the best. They see our reviews. They, hey, you've got 150 5-star reviews. You must be pretty good. Yeah, we are.
Hell yeah, I'm all right. But,
yeah, we try. Like that.
Yeah, I think a lot. I've seen. Speaking of that kind of thing, that a lot of guys they worry, because guys are getting in the business and stuff, and the reason you think that is not because it's actually real. Guys have always been look, we were those guys, okay?
Oh yeah.
But there's also guys who are getting out.
Yeah.
Plenty of rigs on buy sell trade right now. Beautiful rigs that are for sale. People are leaving and doing something else. So it's there's always going to be an influx of guys that like bottom feeder thing, that'll like get their, they're 4 gallon, but they'll never get a website. They're never going to like call Chris and get their shit done right. They're just going to like constantly stay on that bottom feeding level. I got a damn Facebook, by God. And they're never going to move forward, right? And then there's a few guys in there that'll move up into that next level, which I think is the real next level, is being able to get like a trailer or a flatbed or what is it, a skid, and build like an actual lean and mean business. And then after that, it goes and, you just get more and more trucks and more stuff. And more liability.
Stop.
Yeah, it's that American thing, man. I get it. I understand the whole like Christopher Columbus part. I must conquer.
Yeah.
I must build this thing big as shit.
It's the king and queen.
Yeah, they're just like, it's very American. It's like, which way are we going? Get on the boat. I'm not sure. We float that way. We're just going to build it, and it feels romantic, and there's all the emotions of building something that's, your own little money-producing machine. That's what I think the allure to bigger business is, which is fine if that's what you want, but I don't know, just a lot of headache.
Yeah, lean and mean's better. 2 guys and 2 trucks. That's all I want, man.
All day. And what if you could do the hospital in a month? Would you take $150K?
If we could do it from the ground and the liability is low, yes, we would.
You're not gonna be able to do that 13-story from the ground.
You're not.
I'm gonna give you a wash drone.
It might come to that one day, but yeah, it's for me, it's all about low liability, making money. I love emergency jobs, especially flat work jobs. Good God, you know.
We spilled some stuff.
Yeah,
Come here
great.
tonight. Cool,
Yep.
1500.
Yeah. Yep. Show me the money.
Show me the money back. No, you take a photo and you text me that money. You text me a photo of that money.
Need a ride? We take gas or gas.
That's right. And so cool. So the next step for you is, basically just refining this. I think you want to take over probably 2 or 3 more areas, and just ranking wise. And we'll hit a Fairhope here soon. What are you, like, third for roof cleaner right now? You're like, I don't know, fourth or something for pressure washing right now. You were like ninth, which
Yeah.
was like at the beginning of, or the end of last month. So that's popping. It's gonna be, the fun part's gonna be taking the number 1 spot. That's always, the last cap is hard to. It's always hard to
We're gonna take it.
pop that one off. We're gonna get it, but it's always, I remember I was like number 2 for a long time, dude, and for pressure wash in Nashville, and then it eventually changed. But it wasn't hard moving up. Like for moving up from the second page to the first page, pretty easy. You just kind of have to have a working site,
Yeah.
a good site built. But
Man, the truth is we got so much work, right? I mean, we have a lot of work to do, and I haven't even started calling my annual customers yet. I mean, if I called all my annual customers, we'd probably be into May, June, maybe July. If, I'm kind of to the point where I don't call them, I just let them call me.
right.
And because if I did, we just wouldn't be able to do it all anyway. It wouldn't matter. They'd be like, "Why are you calling me?" Anyway.
I can't get to you, but I just wanted to touch base to tell you I'm busy.
Yeah.
You didn't call me. You didn't
Right.
inquire. But I just
Yeah.
want to tell you I can't get to you right now.
Yeah. So really, we're already booked the hell up with 2 guys and 2 trucks. I mean, I could really add a third if I wanted to. I'm just very selective on who I hire. So,
And are you referring your window cleaning out? How are you doing that?
I've got 5 window cleaners I can refer to, and I do. I've got 1 through 5.
And
And
what did they do? Did they send you like wash jobs, or how does that work?
yeah, they all do. All of them send me stuff, but I mean, really I only send my windows to 1 or 2. It's either a fish or
Fish toe.
fish. Yeah, they're great for me. And one of my other buddies who works 365, 7 days a week.
Yeah, they're probably great because they don't do pressure washing, do they?
They don't, and they're not my other buddy who's independent. He's the only guy, the quality control. They're a bigger company, and they got more personnel, so they may not be as good as my other guy, but they're still good because they have a place in the business. It
Right.
may not be niche, very specific window cleaning, but it is the mass window cleaning, and they're great. So
Do they
yeah,
do homes?
they do
Oh
businesses.
shit.
Yeah, they do anything. I mean, they'll do, you know, they're great. They're just a different type of window cleaning business. So
It's
they
that
do.
franchise model. It's a good
Yeah,
model.
right. It is. It is.
They've got a spot, and it's, window cleaning is real low overhead
It
because
is.
freaking dude, worst case you using Dawn, son, and a squeegee, right? We remember the days.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you remember when I was sleeping in that van?
Down by the river.
Huh? Down by
Down.
the river. Yeah, no, totally. Down by the gym. That's dude, I remember that shit.
That
I
was good.
remember. Say what?
That was good living.
Man, it was rough. It was rough. But I remember. I remember the early days, my boy. But people sometimes think they're like, don't you remember the struggle? And it's like, sure, but I ain't going back.
Past tense. Yeah.
It's past tense, son.
You stay in the struggle. You
I
doing?
ain't staying there.
Yeah.
Nope.
Whether you stay in there physically or mentally.
Ain't not gonna let myself do that. So it's just I'm glad to see you doing well, man. I really am. I'm proud of you, and I think you're gonna keep killing it, dude. I honestly think, the truth is, when you're ranking like you're ranking, dude, it's just, when do you want to stop?
That's exactly right. How many employees do you have? How many
Like,
good guys can you have work for you? Because there's a lot of shitty people out there.
yeah, when do you want to quit? You know what I mean? Like, I think it's reversed at this point. It used to be like, well, I need jobs, right? I need people calling me. I've got like a freaking list of just like people who've just been referred to me today.
Right.
People who've called, people who've left messages. It's just, I tell the guys, I'm like, dude, we dreamed about this shit. I'm complaining about it now because I got too many people to get to.
Damn it, we got to go do it. Yeah.
But, I've been doing a lot more of my estimates through the air. I've been doing a lot more. And it's harder to close at high ticket when you're not meeting with people.
For high ticket, you need to be there in person.
You need to be there in person, and you need to be doing that. But for me,
one of the mill jobs that you compete with old Joe Blow over there, who's going to do a 1,500 square foot house with old basic neighborhood driveway. Well, you like, yeah, it's this price.
yeah,
And I guarantee you, he's probably going to be less, but that's okay. But here's my price. It's normal.
yeah. So I've kind of switched to that because I'm running super lean right now. Just doing it on my own, kind of showing the guys that you can. How you can do it if you're doing it on your own, pricing your jobs, but streamlining it into a place where I can, kind of do everything aerial, and move faster and not have to waste a lot of time with driving. When I first start, and if you're first starting and you're watching this, like, I do recommend you going to every single estimate. I recommend you learning that process. What do you think about that?
Oh, if you're just starting, you need to do everything. You need to be, even if you're at a point where you are, or I am in the business, you still need to know how to do everything. Like, you would have to go out there and do it, because you might have to, your guys might quit on you. You got to be able to do it, or at least have a helper to help you do it. Show him how to do it. You need to know how to do everything.
That's exactly right. Dude, I'm thinking about making a Ricky Tommy trophy.
Yeah.
Ricky Tommy. Well, just Ricky Tommy Trophy of the Year.
Oh yeah.
We know what it would be. Award.
Somebody.
Yeah, it's a real award. Yeah, and so I found this in my trailer the other day when I was moving equipment around. It probably was like under something, and it's just been roasting in lava for a while. And so, I'm going to get it mounted, and somebody's going to get the Ricky Tommy trophy of the year.
God dang, son.
Hey, you don't flush, do you?
I think I've seen something like that before. Yeah.
When's the last time you flushed that pump? Oh, my God, never. I thought them 12 volts were one-time use. I was throwing 150 out every use. Now, so I'm going to mount this, and somebody's going to get the Ricky Tommy.
Flip that around again. Let me see the inside of that thing.
Dude, look at that.
Like Tommy artery, man.
That's exactly what that probably would look like. But yeah, that's the Ricky Tommy. It's going to be mounted, on a nice like 2x4, maybe a teeth mark in it, in the wood.
Yeah.
But I got to figure out what I'm going to give it away for. It's really tender though, dude. It's just brittle. So I'm going to keep that.
Cooking.
Say what?
You cooking?
Yeah, it was cooking. It's been cooking. It's a spraying lava, son. What do you spray? You spraying 3.2878%. No. People get real technical on them percentages, don't they? Well,
Oh, man.
Hey, he's spraying 3.87827%.
Yeah.
What is that? Well, that's when you crank the one bar on 1.27, and then you put the bleach on 4.8, and then you put your soap on just 2. Just like, God damn, heat the damn thing up. When it starts coming off, dial it back just a hair.
Yeah.
We hot? We running hot? All right, let's go.
Good to go.
Soak them plants. Don't come off. Don't stop soaking them plants. Wherever I go, you go. That's what I was remember when I was teaching Kurt how to work, and how to work with my flow with roof cleaning. I would be like, I would take the guy, I'd be on the roof cleaning, and he'd be watering plants, and I'd be like, wherever you see, I'm the leader. I'm the leader. So, it's like some Squidbilly shit.
Damn, son.
I'm the leader. Wherever this stream of lava goes, you aim that damn stream of water. You know, because if I'm working right close to the edge, you know, I'll be like, man, it's gonna pop off into that tree right there. So I'd be like, shh, I need you to flux. He's going.
Doing drills. It's a pursuit drill.
I'm over here now. I'm over here. Oh man. It's funny, man. Sooner or later, Kirk got real good, dude. Kirk climbed a damn roof. He was Buddy got too smart for washing. I taught him too much. Coached myself right out of a job.
And that's how she works.
That's how it works, brother. Hey, that's the thing. When you find your employees, here's what you want. Nobody else on YouTube's gonna tell you this, okay? Because they try to keep it too PG, but we ain't PG around here, okay? We're not PG. So you got to find you somebody who has your level of competence, ideally, all right, but no courage. That's it. That's the formula. High level of competence, zero courage. Because if they're highly competent and they have courage, they're you. And we don't want them to be us.
They will not be working for you very much longer.
No, you're training your competition is what you're doing. Yeah, I worked for Pierce for 6 years. Shit, I know how he prices. I know everything. Yep. No, we just need people who want to be comfortable. People who want to just do the normal routine of work. They don't like the roller coaster ride, you know.
On Friday afternoon, off at 12. Yep.
Yeah, off early for COVID, you know.
Pretty much. And, you know, whenever I get emergency jobs and stuff like that, I make sure that customer knows, you know, I got to ruin my guy's weekend for us to come out here. So I got to make this appealing to him, too. So he'll show up.
I'd be grateful.
Yeah, you damn right.
You text me, I'm grateful. I'll call you back.
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
How is there, Nashville?
Hey, is there? We've already been talking. Yeah, I just got your text. We're gonna be out for that grease spill at 10 p.m. tonight.
Those are my favorite jobs.
Yeah, the last minutes.
Oh yeah,
Paying.
made my best money on them. Absolutely,
Dude, such good money. My favorite one was we did that cooler. Remember that cooler we did?
Think so?
Yeah, it was just like it's 32 degrees in this cooler. It was -10 in the big freeze. It's like a Walmart. It's the size of like a small Walmart. It's -10. They keep all kinds of like just cold storage. And this like dock bay is 32 degrees, but the dock bay separates the big cooler from the truck dock, right? So they back up and they just forklift shit into the trucks. Dude, we had to be there at a certain time. You had to use hot water. If you didn't have hot water, it's like you're spraying this dough on the ground. This dough, because they make like buns there. All the McDonald's buns in the region are made there. All the Starbucks buns are made there.
Wow.
Any bun you're getting around here is probably made there. So it's like they have this dough on the ground that this forklifts have run over. 20,000-pound forklifts have run over this dough. And it's freezing. It literally is negative, whatever in the building. So it is so encrusted on the cement that I was just like, we tried to hit it with cold water, dude. It laughed at everything. I hit it with cold water and a turbo tip. It didn't do shit.
Those McDonald's buns were just like,
dude, yeah, and then
Bose.
I hit it with this turbo tip, dude, for like, we're in there because I'm trying not to kick on the hot water machine. I just will do anything I can to not use that damn hot water. And, we started making a little progress with a wand and the turbo tip. But you got to think, we got probably 8,000 to 10,000 square feet in this area to do. And you just look down that big corridor and you're like, oh, this is going to be forever. So we cut up the hot water. Dude, cruised on till morning, boy. Hey, second star to the right, son, hit it. It just melted it off.
Yeah.
Put it like a degreaser down. A food safe degreaser, by God.
Yeah,
and we just put it down and it kind of like broke it up a little bit and hit it with that hot water and it started coming off real good. It was fun though. What was your favorite emergency job y'all have ever done?
Oh, let's see here. I think we did the Hanks Fine Furniture, and it was a new build. They needed it done. They called me at 9 a.m. They needed it done by 8, or they needed it done by the next morning. So we got there at 8 p.m. Worked till about 1, made $5,000.
Nice.
And it was all flat areas.
Nice.
Didn't take long at all.
That's ideal.
It was very ideal.
We need like 10 of those a month.
Yes, we do. But we started at like 9 o'clock, 9 or 10. It didn't take us long at all. It was just the fact that they needed it done. The grand opening was the next day. They were still slapping freaking drive it, the night that like right before we started, they were like slapping it on, like, all right, we're done. See ya.
Dang.
Okay. So as we were washing, some of that paint that drive it was like washing. We just put a plank up against it so the water wouldn't hit it too hard. It was like a Chinese building a hospital in that joint. Just things moving and grooving. We were the last ones there.
That's good though, to get calls like that, to where you can show up and.
No, you charge them and make sure you can produce,
Yeah, right. All that flat work. And, you have to have good flow, right? If you're going to do flat work like that and you're going to get the timer done, you ain't going to be hitting it with the Ryobi.
That's right.
That job is just not even accessible. So think about the guy with the Ryobi, right? But what if there was a rental for an 8-gallon? See, then that don't exist usually. But if that was available, a guy could sell that job and he could then go do it. You see what I'm saying? Because $5,000, dude, you can buy, you can put a down payment on a serious rig with that.
That guy probably won't charge him $5,000. I'd do about $1,500. I'll be there. Won't make shit.
That's exactly what he'll do. I'll help y'all out this time out of his pickle.
Well, shoot, man, the old rental's $600. I can only charge you $1,000 to do this job. Who said that? You know,
Who said that, man?
you
That's
played
like you shooting yourself in both. Come
yourself.
here.
I mean, if I can't shoot myself in the foot, what am I doing? You know, it's no, you need to charge for what you do and when you do it and the time limit and all that bullshit.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, it's funny because we chat a lot. How much we chat? We chat a couple times a week.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool because we're really close. I talk to Dad every day. I talk to Will a lot. Talk to Mom a lot, and it's like the little pressure washing thing, dude. We have like a commonality, and it's brought us closer. So I'm grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were just figuring it out. I remember when I'd be asking you questions, what do you do with this? What do you do that? Oh, you plug that in there, you do this,
Do the doohickey.
You start figuring out, you're like, damn, why do I have any questions? This is easy.
Just like anything,
Yeah,
Once
you just don't know what you don't know. And so I think it's awesome that you're killing it, dude. I think it's awesome that you're growing. You're in a place where, you and your wife able to take wave runners out in the middle of the day and go out to the river and just hang out, while everybody else is either, essentially working or, stuck at home bitching about this situation. You're able to, this business has afforded you the ability to invest in houses and real estate and also, play a little bit too,
For sure. But whenever we do go, say we go during the week and ride wave runners, I never tell my guys we're doing that. I never put that out there in their face. I never do anything. I won't pull up to the job and be like, yeah, I'm going to the beach while you guys are working. No, I show up in work clothes everywhere I go.
Right.
I assimilate with my guys because, I'm very grateful for what they do and their hard work, and I take them out on the wave runners too. So,
Yeah.
they
They
live
like
for that. Oh yeah, that's the highlight of the year every week. We just go ride Rave Runners today. I mean, we could, but I'm gonna have to charge you a rental fee if it's Monday through Friday.
Yeah, right.
Never mind.
Never mind.
How about you go work your ass off and go make it happen, and I'll take you all on the Wave Runners for free this weekend. So
Yeah, right. To where you ain't gotta, that's awesome that you're able to entertain them that way too.
yeah, you help me pay for this wave runner fuel, and we'll go ride.
Yeah, right.
It's all directly relative.
Well, I love it, and I love that you're killing it, dude. I love that now we got you killing the rankings with some good old fashioned SEO. Uh, I'm thinking about offering that as a service to some of the guys. Would you recommend that to anybody who has the opportunity to buy it?
Yeah, absolutely should do it. Because
I'm really thinking about if I do offer it that they have to have a website with Chris and the team. Just because I don't want to deal with the riffraff of them having a shit site and then trying to hire me, and then I'm having to deal with it's shining turds.
Yeah, because like we used the term earlier, a fixed variable. Chris is a fixed variable. He's got standards.
That's that aircraft terminology you're using right now. That's that Coast Guard terminology.
It's gonna be a certain standard. It's the same composition.
That's right. That's that Coast Guard terminology.
That's right.
It's a fixed variable.
It's a fixed variable.
What is that? Is that just apples to apples? Is that what that is, or?
That's right. Because Chris's website is going to be a certain standard, up certain certificates and stuff. It's getting done. The code's getting written a certain way, as opposed to whoever they use, old Jackleg Jim.
Oh, there's a good guy. He designs websites. He's really nice, and he goes to church with you.
Right, and his website sucks. And now they can't figure out why their website isn't ranking because it doesn't have the same stuff that Chris puts in it.
Right.
I don't know what Chris puts in it. I just know it's good shit.
Right.
that's kind of, I mean, we trust that we're getting bleach from a supplier when who knows, it could be, jungle juice, but
All I know is it killing that damn algae up there. That algae's coming down.
you don't even know if it's 13% or 12.5%.
You don't know shit.
Yeah. You just know it dries your hands out and your
That's
fingers.
right. Add a little more golden color to that down there, boy.
Hell no.
Why is this stuff real thick? Well, it's 30%.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I feel like I have a constant meme of redneck running through me.
You do.
It's just a constant meme of just backwoods, dirt track, new set of Hoosiers, redneck.
I don't think that's meme. I think that's just your lifestyle.
That's my lifestyle. Oh, man. Well, P-Dog, thanks for joining me on this first inaugural edition. I don't know what it's going to be called. The Lean and Mean Podcast is what we're calling it right now. But this one's going to be up on YouTube. I hope the guys enjoy it. Hey, look, if you're new to the channel and you've watched all the way to the end of this video, comment below Lean and Mean, and I'm going to give you a shout out. And I appreciate you guys. Make sure to smash that bell. Make sure to smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button because it all matters. I need to get those notifications up so you guys are notified when you get these videos more often. But keep staying strong through this time. We're going to get through this COVID time and make the right moves right now. Get your site done. Like, focus on, understand that's long term. Pierce will tell you that's not. Dude, that's like Pierce was ranking 9th place when, like, you've had the site for a while, but you were still not ranking anywhere close to number 1. It's a long game, okay? So you need to understand that SEO is a long game. Get that done. Do your other marketing and keep kicking lean and mean ass, okay? P-Dog, we got to take the wave runners out when I'm down there.
Whenever you want to come down.
Hey, I'm in. All right, brother. I'll holler at you. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye.